up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of True Sports with MK. I'm your host, yours truly, MK, and we are back with another episode. Y'all, it's so much going on right now that I don't even know where to begin. I want to start off talking about my boy Jerry Springer passing away. Now, I know this has absolutely nothing to do with sports or anything that my podcast talks about, but I had to talk about this before we get into this episode. My boy Jerry Springer done passed away at the age of 79. I'm heartbroken. I very much so am. Because if you were like me and grew up without no cable and had to watch Jerry Springer, Maury, even that 70s show, then you understand our pain of losing Jerry Springer today. When I saw that on the Shade Room and when I heard one of my coworkers telling me that he passed away, I was like, not Jerry. Not Jerry. I thought he would never die. Him and Murray. I thought those were the only two white guys on this planet that would never die just because they entertain us so much. And when I say us, I mean us African American people, because we was the ones tuning in for that entertainment. They entertained us so much, and I didn't think they were going to go. So I had to hop on and say R.I.P. to Jerry Springer. Thank you for giving us so much of entertainment from my childhood life up until now. And even as a child, I should have not been watching that, but I was. Being a bad kid, I was watching it. You know, so Jerry, thank you for everything you did for us, and we will get back into this episode. Jimmy Butler, my guy. Temp check him, please. Please temp check him, because I didn't think Jimmy had it in him. You know, I did not expect for them to do Milwaukee Bucks like they did. Miami Heat is number 8. The last on the freaking list, guys. The last on the list. They lost to Atlanta in the play-in to make Atlanta go ahead and be playing Boston. And then had to play another game where they dominated and made it into the playoffs. And then they're the only team. I thought the Lakers was going to do it last night. But Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler are the only team who has made it out of the play-in and has made it to the second round. No one who made it out the play-in has made it to the second round and beat out the number 1 seed, Milwaukee Bucks. Now, Antetokounmpo, your post-game interview, you said there's no failure in basketball. I understand where you're coming from when you say that, but it is failure when the goal going into the NBA season is to make the playoffs and to win an NBA championship ring. That is where the failure drops. And that's when there's a failure. Because if you come into the NBA, you come into the beginning of the season, you're not coming into the beginning of the season to have a good record. You're not coming into the season to get the most points, the most steals, the most achievements. You're not coming into the beginning of the season with that mindset. I honestly feel like every player that puts on an NBA uniform and get ready for his new season is coming to win a championship at the end of that season. And if you do not, you failed that mission. So Antetokounmpo, this was a failure. This was a failure on you guys' part. A big failure, because Game 4, Antetokounmpo, you were playing. Game 3, you were not. So I can understand, why the team may have lost that game, because they didn't have their superstar player on the team playing at that time. But Antetokounmpo, you played Game 4 and Game 5. Jimmy put up 52 points. Was it 52 or 56? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. He put up 52 or 56 points in Game 4. Oh my gosh. And beasted. Said this his stuff. This his house. Y'all ain't about to come here and try to do what y'all think y'all was going to do to us just because we number 8 seed. No. Jimmy said, we going to give y'all a fight. And I honestly thought Milwaukee was going to sweep Miami. Maybe Miami get one game, but I thought Milwaukee was going to take it over because they number 1. Giannis, he playing best basketball I've seen since he came from the injury, But the Milwaukee Bucks team during this offseason, they're going to have to make some trades because the whole team dynamic, it wasn't like it was when they won that championship ring last time. It wasn't there. So I feel like now, during this offseason, if they saw how they played round 1 against the number 8 seed, the number 8th seed, you get kicked out. 4 games to 1. 4-1. 4-1, Giannis, is what your team record was against the Miami Heat during the first round of the playoffs. I didn't think Miami Heat had that in them. And then going into game 5, where it's win or go home, I thought in the third quarter, okay, the Bucks may actually give him a fight and go to another game and probably make it to a game 7 because they was playing good in the third quarter. They outscored them about 10 points. They scored about 33 points while Miami scored 23. I'm looking at the score. They was down by almost 20 points. I'm looking at the score like, dang, Miami. All right, y'all gonna go to a game 6. Okay, bring it back to Miami. You feel me? Let's see how that goes. Psych. Jimmy said, nah, I'm not going back home. I'm beating y'all here in y'all home. Jimmy came out with 42 points after just scoring 52 points or 56 points in the game before the win. He came back in OT to get it by 2 points. Jimmy, you a bad mother sucker. That's all I'm going to say, Jimmy. You's a bad mother sucker. And I'm ready to see how they go throughout the rest of the playoffs. Because this momentum they got, they need to carry that on. Because if I beat out the number 1 seed, I could beat out anybody else in this playoff bracket. That's my mindset throughout the rest of this playoff series. I could beat anybody. So now we talked about my boy Jimmy Butler, Grassborough. I can't wait to see how you do in the rest of the playoffs. Los Angeles Lakers. They also had a win or go home against the Memphis Grizzlies, where Memphis had to win this game to be able to survive. And they did. I knew LeBron was going to come off in playoff mode, but I didn't know the whole team was going to follow suit. I didn't know the whole team was going to help. I didn't know Austin Reeves was going to come out playing like this. And LeBron, he can't do it all on his own. And the whole team could have played better. They just didn't have it in them. They went into OT in game 4, so you know they gassed out. One thing about the Los Angeles Lakers, they're an old-ass team. They're old as hell. But they have some dominant elite players on there that could make some stuff shake. Memphis Grizzlies is a young, hungry team. They do or die. You see John Morant out here playing with a messed up knee, limping. He's still going out there. Messed up, he's still going out there. About to jump over LeBron James just to get a bucket and get a foul. That's what that team has. You see the difference between the two now? So game 6, because I told you I had Lakers in game 6. Everybody's still healthy. Lakers in game 6 is what I had when I told y'all before the playoffs even started. They need to come healthy, ready to push. Because I promise you, that win that Memphis had last night, they gonna bring that same energy into the next game and go at y'all. Because y'all look tired. Y'all look gassed out, at least during the third quarter. I'm like, dang. Coach, bring some other people in here. Like the third quarter they almost down. Like I think going into the fourth quarter, they was already almost down by 20 points. They needed to put the bench out there. Because LeBron need his rest to be able to play game 6 and game 7. You feel me? So it was just lack of energy why the Lakers lost, I feel. I felt like AD, the game last night, he played great. He played great basketball. He had a double-double. He had the right numbers that we need. 31 points, 19 rebounds. So I feel like he bring that energy, they will be beast mode. You know, they have to watch out for John Morant and Bane. Bane is shooting the 3 lights out. He feel like, if Ja can't do it, I got it. I'm built for this. I've been grooming all off season for this. You feel me? So I feel like Bane is somebody they're going to have to look out for and going to have to get a good defensive player to guard him, control him. Because he was on fire. He was on fire last night. Baines had 33 points as well as 10 rebounds to make himself have a double-double. And everybody been talking about Dillon Brooks. Now, Dillon, you made it worse for yourself, my guy. You said all this stuff to LeBron James. Then you say the media is making you out to be a villain. If you trash talk and get in people's face and do all that rah-rah, what you think people gonna look at you as? A good guy? He just playing ball? No, my guy. No. And it's like, the media do have a part in what I feel like the referees call in this in the NBA league right now. Because if you leave a reputation, everyone's gonna hold you to that reputation until something change. And don't nothing change, then that's who you are. And that's what they go paint the picture. And I just feel like, Dylan, if you want to contribute to the team, start making some buckets. Start playing incredible defense to where the Lakers can't even get no buckets. You start playing like that and stop all this, your team may not be where they're at right now. You know? So that's my viewpoint on Dillon Brooks. I didn't want to get too much on Dillon Brooks because everybody in that league been getting on him. I just want to give you some advice. Stop talking and just play ball. You feel me? I say leave the trash talking in the regular season. Because when it comes down to the playoffs, your mindset is on winning and doing your best to win this game. The trash talking, say that for regular season. We don't talk in the playoffs. We play ball and we bring all our all to the game. That's what you do when playoff time come. The kiddie game and all that, we don't need that right now. Because all that do is get you technical fouls and get you in trouble with the refs. Get you foul trouble to where you hacking and doing all this aggressiveness. All of that gets you nowhere and gets your team nowhere. So Dylan, leave that alone, bro. Because y'all not there as much as y'all think y'all are in y'all head. Like, I feel like a lot of people on the Memphis Grizzlies team feel like they're elite team. They're a playoff caliber team. They do have potential to get there, but y'all not there yet. Y'all ain't won nothing. Y'all ain't. Only person on your team that has a big achievement is John Morant. Be humble with yourselves and play the game of basketball and get far to where you could be in that talk as that caliber playoff team. You know? So, that's just a little advice for the Lakers and Memphis team up. Now, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was not excited about the Knicks and Cleveland matchup. I wasn't. I was not excited because I didn't feel like, it was going to be an exciting game for me. But after seeing game 1, game 2, I was like, okay, I hear a lot of rah-rah. Let me see what's going on. That guy, Jalen Brunson, is beast. He's beast. He deserves the most improved player of the year. He deserves it because last year, he was still trying to find his way, trying to find his own, He, like I told you, he's that point guard that feels like he's a center at heart. He's aggressive. He's hungry. He go at you no matter what. You feel me? And he has helped the Knicks get to where they're at and helped them achieve to the next round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because I had Cleveland. You got Mitchell. You got LeVert, who's playing phenomenal in regular season. Garland. I don't know what happened this series or what all that energy went to that they had in the regular season, but it went away. They let the Knicks come and just do whatever. I got to give hats off to the Knicks and Jalen Brunson because I feel like without Jalen, they would not be where they at in this whole playoff series and throughout the regular season. They were number 5 while Cleveland was number 4. So I felt like the Knicks still were growing into themselves, but when it came down to the playoffs, they came as a unit and as a team and said, look, we about to kick their ass. You hear me? We ain't playing no games. So I feel like the Knicks, y'all doing y'all thing. Also, my boy Russ and the Clippers. Where should I begin with that? It's just like, I really wanted them to win. Like, after that game 1, I said, oh my gosh, I saw the vision. I said if game 3, if they could, game 3, I was hoping Paul George was going to be coming. I said, oh my gosh, if Paul George and Kawhi Leonard could have been healthy, Russell Westbrook could be on his way to the next round in the playoffs. And potentially, I really felt deep down the Clippers could go far. And I wanted to see this matchup. This is the matchup I wanted to see on the West. The LA Clippers against the Los Angeles Lakers. That is the matchup I wanted to see. I'm like, they ain't never played against each other in the playoffs. Never. Why not now? They were both playing well. The Lakers were coming up, and then Kawhi's healthy. He's playing great basketball. Russell Westbrook's playing great basketball that he ever played throughout this whole season. He's been playing it with the Clippers. Paul George go out, but he may not be out for the whole playoffs. It's a chance he'll come back. So in my mind, the Clippers are gonna push. Kawhi go be in playoff mode and do all this. Wrong. First game, great. Second game, okay. And then tied it up. All right. Third game, playing great, they still lost. Okay, down 2-1. Let's tie it up. Kawhi not playing though. Like, I heard the backstory. Like, at first, I heard what Stephen A was saying about how Kawhi needs to retire. I don't feel like it's that deep because even though he has his issues that he's going through, he's still a phenomenal player. And you can't take that from him. No matter how non-social, non-committed you may say he is to the organization, he comes out and played phenomenal basketball. Phenomenal. He came this regular season, those last couple games, he got his team to the playoffs. To make it not in the play-in. He put his all throughout the regular season. But Kawhi Leonard has proven to be a phenomenal basketball player. Retirement should never be what's thrown out about him. He should never be forced to retire just because of some stuff he has going on. It's like, have anyone told D Rose he needs to retire? D Rose has been through everything. The injuries, all of it. Not having everything. But no one ever threw out D Rose needs to retire. And he's not even putting up numbers that Kawhi has. So I feel like Stephen A, that was out of pocket for that to even come out your mouth. And I rock with you, Stephen A. 100%. I love everything you talk about. You're a role model to me as far as where I would like to be as well. So I feel like for that to come out your mouth, it was out of pocket. And you did apologize about it because his sister did get sentenced to life in jail, I heard. So it's just like, it's a lot that's going on. And sometimes myself in particular and other people can't take the basketball out of the real life. And sometimes that's what we got to do because even though they're like our favorite basketball player, that's our favorite team, they're also a human being who has other issues that's going on that we may not even know or even hear about until later. And we're saying all this stuff about him, but we don't know that this is what he's going through because they don't tell it. And they don't have to. We shouldn't be so judgmental and aggressive towards people taking their time off, And I can honestly say that Kawhi Leonard, I was pissed. I put a lot of the blame on you, and I apologize because it wasn't. You did a lot for the Clippers organization, and myself in particular appreciates what you have done and helped my boy Russ shine. Because I'm not a Clippers fan. I'm not a Kawhi Leonard fan either. I'm a Russell Westbrook super fan. So if he goes to this team and they embrace him and help show off what he's capable of doing, because I feel like that's what the Clippers did. They helped show us who Russell Westbrook is again. Because I always knew. But the Clippers organization helped him blossom and show us that that's Mr. Triple-Double. That's what he do. Like, if they didn't have that point guard, I don't feel like they would have succeeded. No disrespect to the point guard they did have before they got Russell Westbrook, but Russ enlightened that team. He pushed. The young cats come on the court, he pushing with them. Getting them plays, getting the ball to them right when they need it. Like, Russ showed us who he was. And I hope he re-signs with the Clippers because if all three of them, Kawhi, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook is on that team, and even the other players they have on there, if they come back next year, I see wonders from them. I see wonders. Because that was a good team. A good team. Because Paul George and Kawhi, they're not handlers. They could do a little wrestling, but they can't make those playmaking plays for the whole team. Even the center. Russ can. Russ can do it. And you see he can do it. So I would love to see running back with them three again because they're a dominant team. A dominant team. Now, tonight we got Boston versus Atlanta going on tonight. I really ain't been watching that series. I dip in that, but I honestly feel like Boston go beat them. And I kind of want them to. I want Boston to come back and possibly win it. I wanted them to win last year. I feel like this year they had that chance. But we gonna see how it turns out tonight. The series is 3-2. Boston is up. So y'all comment down below and let me know who y'all think gonna win that game tonight because I got my money on Boston taking it, but you never know how this league go. You feel me? Because you could lose one night and then just be winning back to back. You never know. You never know. But I'm your host, MK, and I will be back with y'all with another episode. We're going to talk about what else been going on in the sports world. Because I talked a lot about the NBA playoffs, but there's some more stuff going on that I will be talking to y'all about in the next episode. So y'all know what I need y'all to do. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please get this podcast to 100 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all next episode.